Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about how it's been being a single black mother and young on top of that. 25 years, not that young, but yeah, young. Anyways, so um being pregnant and single wasn't hard. I think the most I got irritated being single while pregnant was the sickness. They call it morning sickness. However, for me, it was everyday, all day sickness. In the beginning, I couldn't even hold down water. Like, I couldn't hold down anything. And it was becoming irritating having to go back and forth to the bathroom, vomiting. Nobody's there to pat your back and say it's going to be okay or hold your hair. So that part was kind of irritating. But overall, being pregnant and single wasn't a hassle because before being pregnant, I was already independent. So I knew how to pay bills, how to juggle things around, not really having much of a social life. So that really didn't bother me. It just made me, put in my mind, hey, you're going to have to do this time 10 now because you have someone else to look after. So that part was pretty easy. As far as like labor and delivery being single, oh gosh. So I was contracting for 4 days, and in the beginning of that, one of my good friends, Shamia, was with me. I started contracting at church, and she thought it was so funny that it was hard for me to stand up, and I kept rocking. Like, I don't think she knew I was contracting when we was at church. She just thought I was just uncomfortable. And as we were going out of church, it just really like came over me that I started walking and was contracting. I think I knew what the contractions were at the time, but they just, I don't know, I guess because it was the first time I had ever felt it. I wasn't calling it a contraction. I was just saying that it was hurting to walk. If I can find that video, I'll insert it in here so you can see what I'm talking about, because she did snap a video of me. Anyways, so to be living alone going through that was kind of hard. So I had family members and friends come in and out checking on me because, like I said, I was contracting for 4 days before my baby actually came. Towards like the last 2 days, the contractions got worse. My contractions throughout were never consistent. Like, and when I say consistent, meaning like 2 to 3 minutes apart, which that's letting you know that you're about to, go into active labor. My contractions would hit like 2 to 3 minutes. Then they'll go to 5 to 7. Then they'll go to like 10 minutes apart. So it was really hard to figure out, was I in active labor. Then my contractions only hit in my stomach like twice. Overall, my contractions stayed in my back and in my butt, and that was very uncomfortable. And not having, the person that you were doing things with to be able to touch you in a way that you need to be touched was kind of irritating, but it was fine. I can say at most I didn't get irritated during labor. I would say I got restless, so I just wanted sleep because feeling a pain, and I would say the pain felt like a Charlie horse. Feeling a Charlie horse every other minute or so in your butt, in your back, it's just like very uncomfortable. So that part, yeah. But delivery was awesome too. Like all that screaming and stuff that most people do on TV. Yeah, that didn't go down in my room. If anything, I was ready to push her out, So yeah, I think that was pretty cool. 2 months later, I'm still in shock that I'm a mom. But coming home with the newborn, it still hadn't dawned on me. I was like, yo, I'm holding a kid. Like, this kid belongs to me. But great support again. I had her on the 3rd. We went home on the 4th. So the very first people to meet her was my family. If you did not know, I kept my pregnancy pretty much a secret, and as far as the gender, nobody knew. My doctors knew the very last month because my baby kept hiding. She would never open her legs when I would go to my sonograms. So they found out the very last minute what I was having. And then, like my mom, nobody knew what I was having. So when I gave birth, of course, my mom was the first one to know. But on the 4th, my family found out what I was having, well, what I had. And then I think we were home. I don't know, guys. But I know that weekend I had her, whatever that weekend was, that Saturday, that's when everybody came over. Family and friends that I did want to meet the baby. They came over, they saw her, you know, we had a good time. And that's what, at first they found out what I had, and then we went back in the house and everybody was able to meet the baby. Then so after that, I really need to get those dates. Maybe I'll edit this part out. My mom stayed for like 2 or 3 days with me that first week, and then she got back to her daily routine of going back to work and stuff, which was, you know, completely fine. I had always said that I never wanted to inconvenience anybody with labor and delivery, you know, me contracting, none of that. However, I had this plan. I had this grand plan. I had 3 friends that I text and I asked them, hey, could you come sit with me, you know, just to keep me company and keep my mind at peace, joke with me so I won't have to rush to the hospital. Clearly, none of that happened. Yeah, it was about 3 in the morning when my contractions was just like unbearable for me, and I didn't feel comfortable calling them. So I texted them that morning and let them know, you know, how far along I was. On top of that, I didn't have any visitors at the hospital. I didn't want anybody there. And I can honestly say my support system, they respected all my wishes. I was very, I'm going to say maybe demanding. And I mean, like, I wanted certain things a certain way. Like, this is how it's going to go. You cannot change my mind. Don't give me your input. This is what it's going to be. And I can honestly say my support system respected me 100%. They were definitely behind me. But, yeah, so I had a couple friends come over throughout the day and stuff. My energy level, I would say in the middle of the night was down, but it was okay. I did have one episode in the middle of the night the first week. I was home alone, and the baby was just very whiny, and I can honestly say I was kind of irritated because it was like, hey, I'm feeding you. You got a clean diaper. What's going on? You know, I'm a new mom. I didn't know what was happening, but I kind of calmed myself down. I walked away from the baby, calmed down, had a conversation with God, and I was just like, yo, you know, you had 9 months to prepare for this. You knew what was going to happen, having a newborn, living alone. So let's just get over it. Let's get ourselves together. Let's calm our energy because we don't want to be around the baby with bad energy. And sure enough, after that first week, me and her been doing really good. Like, she's waking up. We have our moments. I'm gonna let her wake all the way up, but she has her moments. But you know, we're learning each other. It's only been 2 months, so it is what it is. You know, I'm gonna be back.